Whoa there, Hank, let's rein this in a little bit. I think you need to differentiate between who owns a product and who actually does any work on the product. Let's take your brother's books, for example. Paper Towns was published by a company named Dutton Juvenile. Now, Dutton Juvenile happens to be owned by Penguin, who happens to be owned by Pearson, who, in fact, also owns several financial magazines, including the Financial Times, Financial Advisor, and Money Management. Now, having watched every episode of your vlog, I happen to know for a fact that your brother can't do math. It seems rather insincere to me that Pearson would both publish several financial magazines, which I'm sure must include quite a bit of math, and publish books by an author who can't do math. Of course you realize how ridiculous this is. Your brother put a lot of work into his books. He is very sincere about what he writes about. He cares about this. He has put hours and hours into this. His editor put hours and hours into editing it, and his publicist put hours and hours into publicizing it. They all cared about the success of this book. Sure, they probably wanted to make money off of it, but they also cared about the product. Meanwhile, on the other end, the people who are working on this financial magazine really care about creating a quality financial magazine. These are people who know math, who know finances, who know money, and who put a lot of work into making a good product and publicizing that and getting it to the people who are interested in it. And meanwhile, Pearson really doesn't say much about what books Dutton Juvenile publishes and about what articles the Financial Times puts in their magazine. You're right that the same company that owns Dove also owns Axe body spray. However, none of the same staff works on these two products. You don't have the same marketers saying, this would be the right marketing strategy for Dove, while this completely different marketing strategy would be right for Axe body spray. Rather, the mother company who owns both of these really doesn't have much of a say in what Dove does in their marketing strategy and what Axe does in theirs. The staff that works for Dove only works for Dove, and they put a lot of work into creating the best product that they can and the best marketing strategy for that product. Meanwhile, the people who work for Axe only work for Axe, and they do the same. This is how it is for every product that you mention. Yes, there is some mother company who bought these products because they wanted to make money. Time Warner owns over 100 media companies, but this doesn't mean that each and every one of their media companies needs to be working on the same principle. Do you think that the people at HBO and CNN compare notes just because Time Warner owns both of them? In another example, while your vlog is not owned by YouTube, it does operate on YouTube's server, and YouTube makes money from every episode that you release. So in this way, your vlog, which has a brand of being environmentally friendly, charitable, and populated by made of awesome nerd fighters, is connected to such accounts as Should You Microwave This?, which is certainly not environmentally friendly, and any idiot who tapes himself being set on fire. Do you feel like looking at other videos on YouTube is in any way a representation of your quality, simply because they're both on the same server, and because YouTube makes money off of both of them? I'm sure there are some money-hungry companies out there, and in all reality, the big mother companies who own all of these bought them because they wanted to make money. But that doesn't make the brand any less reliable. Have a good week, Hank, and I'll see you on Friday.